Hey there guys, alright, today we are back with another Overly Sarcastic Productions video. This time, Miscellaneous Myths, Sisyphus captures death. Let's not waste too much time here at the beginning, and let's just dive right in.
Hey, any of you ever read Sandman? For the
No, I actually haven't.
purposes of this explanation, I'm going to pretend you haven't. The precipitating
Oh.
event in the first comic volume is that this guy tries to capture death in order to become immortal. He missed and
Okay.
got her brother
You know, as you casually do, that's my Tuesday night.
Dream instead, which was good, not for Dream obviously, but for everybody else. See,
No,
capturing
nice.
death always has consequences, usually
Well,
if
yeah,
nobody dies.
I would assume so. You know, it's death. No, you capture that, that's not good.
Variety, which is never as much fun as it sounds.
Yeah.
Now, personifying death is already a weird concept, especially since death is just the incredibly complex and delicate machinery that drives us, suffering an unrecoverable error.
That got deep.
Turning that concept into a person is kind of a leap, but at the very least it's a leap that was taken a very long time ago, although it's not actually culturally universal. More common than the anthropomorphic personification of death is the concept of the psychopomp, a spirit meant to guide already dead souls to the requisite afterlife.
Yeah.
Now, Greek mythology has its fair share of psychopomps. The word is even Greek in origin, but it also has a personification of death, the god Thanatos. Now, Thanatos wasn't the most well-liked deity, mostly because people get a little put off by the constant reminders of their own mortality. But we should always remember that just because we don't like the job someone's doing, doesn't mean we shouldn't be grateful the job's being done. This is the story of Sisyphus capturing death. So, let's talk about Sisyphus. He's mostly known for his eternal punishment in Hades, which is—
Oh yeah, that is Sisyphus. So when it comes to Greek mythology, I know a lot of the stuff that happens. Like, I obviously know about the dude always perpetually having to push a rock up a mountain only for it to fall back down as his eternal punishment in hell. Completely forgot his name was Sisyphus, though.
Is a sure sign that he's going to be a real character in life. See, Sisyphus is a king, but more importantly, he's also a terrible host, as he's made a habit of murdering his guests in their sleep and
these goddamn Greeks and just murdering people.
taking all
Holy
their
crap.
stuff. This is obviously a gross
Alright guys, Sisyphus is being a total ass. What are we gonna do about it?
violation of the laws of hospitality, which were kind of a big deal in ancient Greece, and the gods collectively decide that something must be done about this. Hades suggests that they—
Long shot, but how about... Now hear me out. This is great. This is gonna sound crazy coming from the god of, god of hell, god of the underworld. How about we just kill him? Huh? Totally outrageous idea, right?
They just kill him and move on. Points for efficiency. And the gods agree that that's probably the easiest solution. So Hades calls up
Hey man, I've got a guy for you.
Thanatos and tells him to bring Sisyphus in, but he warns him that Sisyphus
Oh, but be careful. He's pretty sneaky.
is really clever and might think of a way to escape. So, just in case, Hades gives him a
You should probably use these just to be safe. Thanks, boss.
special set of chains to bind Sisyphus' spirit and ensure that he can't get away. So Thanatos zips on over to Sisyphus' castle and looms ominously until Sisyphus acknowledges his presence. Now the problem is, Sisyphus is clever, so when he sees the specter of death looming over him with handcuffs and a grumpy expression, he thinks fast and starts oohing and ahhing over
Wow, what are those made of?
the craftsmanship of the chains. While Thanatos is distracted and more than a little confused, Sisyphus catches him by surprise and chains him up with his own shackles. Then he stuffs the captured god in a trunk and goes about it.
Okay. Stuck in a trunk. Alright.
Now obviously Thanatos can't do his job like this, so for the next few days nothing can die, and this ends up pissing off
What are you knuckleheads doing? Getting stabbed means you're out.
Ares, since there's no fun in war if nobody dies from it. The gods start looking
Where could he be? Well, I'll tell you where he's not. Anywhere we've looked so far.
for Thanatos, but because proper detective procedure hadn't been invented yet, it takes a whole month
Duh, you guys. Well, we can't all have cities with fully developed legal systems.
before they think to look in his last known location. But meanwhile, Sisyphus
This is definitely unsustainable.
figures out that he probably doesn't have much time before his shenanigans are discovered, so he makes his wife
Okay, if I die, I want you to desecrate my corpse. What? Why would you think of that?
promise to not do the proper funerary procedures for him when he ends up dead. Shortly thereafter, Ares smashes in, busts out Thanatos, and together
Call it a hunch. That's an angry dude.
they jump Sisyphus and drag him down into Hades. But when they get there, Sisyphus is all, "Oh, Persephone, it's awful! My wife didn't even give me a funeral! She just tossed my body onto the street! Can you believe this?" And Persephone's like, "Oh, that's terrible, you poor thing!" and allows him to return to Earth for
You go get your affairs in order. Sure thing, ma'am. See you in 3 days.
3 days in order to arrange a burial, haunt his wife, etc. Now, obviously, Sisyphus hops right back into his corpse, pops back indoors newly alive, and refuses to return to the underworld. Thanatos cannot be persuaded.
So Sisyphus went AWOL. Any chance kid? No. That's fair. That's reasonable. I totally understand, Thanatos. I think you deserve some vacation time. paid vacation time.
Waited to try and recollect him, so Sisyphus lives a long, lucrative life until he dies of old age many years later, whereupon he finds himself point blank on a pissed off Persephone, a grumpy Thanatos, and a Hades approximately 110% done with his nonsense. Sisyphus is punished by being—
I just love how Hades is all like relaxed about it. It's like, yeah, get you eventually. I'm patient, I'm a god. And then everyone else is just bad.
forced to roll an enormous boulder up a hill. Every time he reaches the top, the boulder falls down the hill again. Hence his punishment in death is to do something useless over and over again, in the same way that cheating death, an ultimately pointless endeavor, was his hobby in life. Fun times!
Yeah. This is one of those myths that has about 1 million different versions. Yeah. In some of them, Sisyphus captures Hades instead of Thanatos, albeit with the same effect. I think I've heard about the capturing Hades. I think that's the one I've heard of before. In at least one version, Zeus wants him dead because he spilled some secret or other rather than general dickishness. Yeah. Huh. Thinking about it, Sisyphus' wife sure does put up with all— yeah, there she does. Her husband murders their own guests. First, her I didn't even read that and it shows up. First, her husband keeps murdering their guests, then his still screaming soul gets dragged to Hades moments after he tells her not to give him a proper burial. Then, half an hour later, he walks in the door like nothing happened. There's a short bit in Sandman where Satan empties hell and all the dead souls come back, and Death is so horrendously overworked trying to wrangle them all that she misses some people who should be alright to be dead. By all rights, be dead. So there's probably a few. It's less humanity has triumphed over mortality and more zombie invasion. Only zombies are also asshole British school children. British school children. Oh, thanks to the Patreon. Yes. We have. Let's go to. I want to see. Here, this will be. I think this is a great image. This was Miscellaneous Myths. Sisyphus captures Death, or Sisyphus captures Thanatos. I got nothing else here to add on to the end. This was enjoyable. I hope you guys enjoyed too. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.